What's going on, y'all? It is Maurice Lewis, the credit guru, the business funding guru, serial entrepreneur. I'm here today to show y'all the exact 4-step formula that I use to go and get 100K in business funding in 90 days. I'm gonna show y'all how to clean your credit up, build your credit up, properly establish a business, and then go get the bag. I'm gonna show y'all the exact banks to go to. I'm gonna show you the exact way to have your business profile set up, your business bank account set up, and your personal credit profile set up. Do not leave. I got something very, very special, so stick around. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about me, how I grew up, and what led me to be at this point now. So I'm from Central PA, from Harrisburg, born and raised. My dad's from Philly, my mom's from New Orleans, so I kind of got a little city mix with country mix in me. And life wasn't good growing up. Just simply put, it just wasn't good. My mom and dad was in and out of jail and rehabs, and I grew up in the system. I was in all of the detention centers and juvenile systems, all of the programs for kids who just had it hard. So with that being said, I never let that deter me from keeping God first and keeping the light in front of me. I always knew that the light could shine brighter. It would always shine brighter. By the time high school came around, things was kind of situated. I moved back in with my mom. Life was good. I started playing football. I was really good at it, if you can't tell. You know what I mean? I was one of them. So I was living a good life, playing varsity as a freshman, and I was kind of letting that life take over. I mean, things were good. So I ended up going to college for football, and eventually when I got there, I realized that college wasn't for me. I barely made it into college. My grades wasn't good, and it just wasn't for me. So I dropped out and I took the path of everybody else who stayed back from school, which was just partying and in and out of the streets, doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing in my city. It wasn't hard to get caught up in it, and I got caught up in it. By 21, I was in prison in Texas. I got into some trouble in Texas and ended up having to sit down for a while down there and really straighten out my life and think about my decisions. So while I was in there, I was blessed enough to come past some good gentlemen who made me see things different than what I was used to seeing. I got put onto like spirituality and right forward thinkingness and just more about my ancestors and how to be more aligned with my true self. And that really catapulted me into a new way of thinking. And I took that with me even to this day. So I came home in the middle of COVID, and nothing was the same. Everything was different. I had no money. Jobs were not available. And I just wanted to figure out exactly what I could do to get ahead. And I was blessed enough to come across a couple entrepreneurs and a couple mentors that put me in a position to really learn and capitalize on stuff that was hidden from me my whole entire life. So I'm helping people out with their credit, and I had about a 650 credit score. I had some secured cards, some secured loans. My negative items were gone, my student loans were gone, and I'm thinking, like, when is this going to start kicking in for me? And I knew that I was on the right path, but it was just some stuff missing, and I was still impatient. So I ended up slipping back into that lifestyle, and just taking some of the wrong roads down that path that I shouldn't have done. And it kind of held me up for years to come. This year, I actually got to the point where it was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out exactly what's missing. I'm gonna figure out the missing pieces and the missing steps, and I'm gonna apply it, and I'm gonna get this funding in 90 days like everybody keeps talking about. Everybody in the entrepreneur space, you can get funded in 90 days. Get your business funded. Scale your business up to exactly where you want it to be at. And I knew that I had the framework. I knew I had the drive. I knew I had the work ethic. I had the pre-knowledge, and I had the clientele to really scale. I had the credit profile to scale. I just needed to go and apply myself for those last few steps. And that's exactly what I did. So as of this year, I literally secured over 6 figures in business funding. And now I'm to the point where I'm just sharing it, and I'm letting people capitalize off of my mistakes and off of my success. And this is exactly where it's led me to you. And now we're about to lock in. Trust me, I know exactly what brought you to this video. It's not being able to get approved for those credit cards. It's not being able to get funding for your business. It's not being able to get any free time back from working all of those long hours so you can invest into your business. It's your kids. They're running you around. You don't have enough time because you're trading your time for money. And I'm gonna show you how to do the complete opposite. I'm gonna show you how to get funded so you can invest into your business the way that you know how, the way that you want to, and so you can free up your life and do the things that you want to do. I know how it feels to not be able to get approved for a car loan. I know how it feels to not get approved for any apartment or any housing because your credit profile is just simply not structured the right way. I know how it feels, and I'm going to show you how to correct it and teach other people, pass it along to the next person, because we're not staying stuck in this life no more. I had a 500 credit score. I had a $3,000 utility bill in my name from when I was 12 years old. I had a car loan in my name from when I was 16 years old, which none of it made sense. And I didn't know where to start. I'm going to give you the exact framework that I use to get situated. Listen, I tried everything. I had cleaning companies. I had moving companies. I done did every side hustle that you can think of. Sold sea moss. I sold detox drinks and face masks and resold clothes and electronics. I literally washed cars. I did everything that you can think of in the book to keep myself floating. But the one thing that I was missing was a properly structured credit profile. I was missing business funding, and I was missing that wiggle room to invest how I knew I could invest, and I was missing my time, simply my time. I did not have the free time to do the things that I knew I should be doing in my business because I was so caught up. I was trading my time for money. You cannot trade your time for money in this game. You will be working a 9 to 5. You will be stuck in a rat race, and that's not what we want to do. Hey, and listen, you do not have to take my word for it. Here is someone, Kayla, one of my clients. She had a pretty good credit score. We got her stuff boosted up, and she took a leap of faith and just went and applied at her main bank and got automatically approved for $15K. There goes another person, Jay. He had a cleaning and moving service. He was missing a few things within his business credit profile and on his personal credit profile. He got with me. He implemented the 4-step formula that I use, and he was able to obtain $20,000 in business funding, $10,000 on the business credit side and $10,000 in a line of credit. And now he's off to making 5 figures a month, and he is looking to keep expanding and keep getting funding. And now if that's not enough, we got another person, my aunt Diana. She was working in childcare for multiple years, and she just never believed in credit. She did everything with cash. She was a serial hustler. She worked hard, and once she got with me, she implemented a 4-step formula, and she was able to secure over $80,000 from Chase and business funding within 90 days. This stuff is for the person who wants it. That is simply put, you have to implement the 4-step formula, follow directions, and this is completely possible for any and everybody who literally takes this serious. Okay, look, here goes part 1 of my gift. I'm going to drop the gem on y'all right now. I'm just going to show y'all how to fix your credit. If you think this is fluff or you don't want to work with me, I'm going to show y'all how to fix your credit in 90 days and go get that funding. So the first step is you need to get a full hard pull credit report. You need your full credit profile. I recommend using Identity IQ. I'm gonna leave the link below right here, and you go ahead and sign up, get your full report. It's discounted if you use this link. It's $1 the first time you use it. Then what you're going to do with that credit profile is, first, you're going to be able to see all of your credit scores from Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You're going to be able to see all your credit accounts, the addresses to them, the emails, the numbers, the dates that they were reported late, the dates that they were reported on time, the dates that they were open, the dates that they closed. You're gonna need that full report, okay? Then you're going to use another website, that credit profile, and you're gonna merge it to another AI website called Dispute Panda. You're gonna merge your scores from Identity IQ into Dispute Panda, and it's gonna fully merge, and you're gonna be able to see your scores, and then you can start your disputing process. That is a little hard. Okay, so that could actually take a while. Okay, so using the Identity IQ and Dispute Panda, that could actually take a while. It could take anywhere from 6 months to 12 months, depending on how much you understand what you're doing, or how much you know your consumer laws, or how competent you are to the whole financial literacy thing. And if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. I encourage you to get on it immediately. That's step 1. Step 2 is you're correcting all of your personal information on your credit report. You do not want to have 5 or 6 addresses. You do not want that old address on there that you got evicted from. You do not want your old employers that you used to work for. You do not want 6 or 7 different numbers or 5 or 6 different name variations. If your name is Uncle Sam, you don't want it to say Uncle J. Sam or Uncle Samuel. You want it to say one name one variation across the board. Step 2 to fixing your credit is having 0 negative accounts. We don't want student loans that are negative. We don't want late payments. We don't want evictions. We don't want repossessions. We don't want bankruptcies. We don't want any charged off accounts, credit card bills, store cards, afterpays. We don't want any old credit card bills on there. And the reason why we don't want any of those type of accounts, the reason why is because lenders will not lend to you if you owe money or if you look like you cannot. Okay, that brings us to step 3, which is having too many inquiries on the credit report. An inquiry is when you're asking a lender or asking a creditor for money. That's basically you reaching out saying, hey, my credit may or may not be good enough, but I need some money. We don't want those on there. We want 0 inquiries. Now, it's okay to have 1 or 2 if your credit profile is structured the right way, but just cleaning it up. We want nothing on there. We don't want to make it seem like we're asking for any money from these banks, any money from these lenders. We're not going to a car lot and letting them run your credit 5 or 6 times, sometimes 10 times to get approved for a car, knowing that you can't get approved for the car. Okay, so far we went over how to get your actual credit report using Identity IQ. Step 2, we went over the steps to clean your credit profile up using Dispute Panda and the Dispute Panda AI. Then step 3, we went over how to properly structure your credit profile. Then that brings us to step 4. Okay, that brings us to step 4, which is building your credit profile out to be strong enough to be a lendable applicant. And we do that by establishing primary trade lines, secured loans, secured cards, and paying on time, creating good payment history. With bad credit, it's fine. We leaving the bad credit in the past, but you have to establish good credit. You have to build new good relationships with these lenders. So when you go for the big money, when you go for your funding, your profile looks strong. And this is how you do that. You go and get you secured loans and secured cards from the banks. You get you a couple trade lines, you get you a couple primary accounts, you get you a couple secured loans, you pay them on time for 3 to 6 months, and your score will skyrocket. That's literally how you build your credit profile out to be lendable. It's a step-by-step thing. It does take time, it does take focus, it does require some attention to detail. It requires you to literally wake up and check your score every day. It requires you to call the bureaus and dispute these items every day. It requires you to literally check your credit monitoring services every day. You're staying on top of your life. This is your life now. If you want this to be your life, you have to make it your life. You can't wake up on Monday and be all for it, and then by Wednesday, you're back partying, or you're back in the clubs, or you're back missing payments. You can't do that. You can't do it. It won't work for you unless you are focused and your mindset is in the right place. And you got to have your heart in the right place. So that's literally how you build your credit profile up. And it doesn't take time. It doesn't take time unless you want it to take time. I want you guys to know that I've been there. I've been in that dark place of not being able to have anything credited for me. And that's literally how you build your credit profile up. And trust me, I've been there. I've had a 500 credit score. I've been at the point of not getting approved for any car loan. I've been at the point of getting automatically denied on rental applications. I've been inside the banks and applying for credit cards or $1,000 loan and getting denied because I have absolutely no credit history. I know how it feels. I've been there and I've made it through. And I'm showing y'all the game. I just need you to apply the mindset, to lock in and really focus on your goals, and it is easily attainable. Simply put. All right, look, we made it to the end. I'm gonna give you my gift just like I promised. Everybody who watched this video, you're getting access to the Major Solutions Funding Group. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I got my funding in 90 days. I'm gonna show you exactly how I secured over $100,000 in business funding, how I was able to scale my business to 5-figure months, how I was able to clean my credit, build my credit, and go get the bag. Look, keep in mind, this is only for serious people. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a future business owner, if you're a serial hustler, or if you have a good 9-to-5 and you're serious about taking that leap to get your time back, to be able to invest in the things that you want to invest in, to be able to scale your business, to be able to start your business with the proper funding, to be able to spend more time with your kids, this is for you. So go ahead and book a call with me, and I'm gonna get you enrolled into our program and streamline this process for you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did step by step on how I scaled my business and got my 100K and funding in 90 days. Go ahead and book a call today. and let's get started. Look guys, there's two options we can take. We can go this route, which is fixing it yourself using the links that I gave y'all, which is Identity IQ and using Dispute Panda, and you can do it yourself. Now that may take 6 to 12 months depending on how competent you are and depending on how much of an understanding you have on the administrative processes and on the consumer laws. Or you can take this walk with me. Take this walk into the Major Solutions Funding Group and we can streamline this process for you. In 65 to 90 days, you can get your money. Look, this is proven. I'm going to show y'all exactly how I was able to scale my business up to 5-figure months. And I'm going to show y'all exactly how I was able to streamline this process for myself and get over 6 figures in business funding in 90 days. All right, look, y'all, this is something that I need y'all to understand. This is something that I take extremely serious. This is something that I'm extremely passionate about. So I don't like my time being wasted. So if this is something that works for you, if this is the leap of faith, if this is the walk that you want to take, go ahead and book that call. I'm going to get you on the calendar and we can streamline this process for you. It's a small investment into yourself with big opportunities. It's not $1 million. It's not $10,000, $20,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, but it is a small investment. And if you're ready to take that step, go ahead and book that call. Let's get your money, let's invest, and let's build together.